Since a young age, I've craved adventure. Growing up in an isolated oil town, I always wondered what was beyond the confines of all I had ever known. Places unexplored enticed my curiosity, and lonely roads people would pass by every day while paying them no mind begged the question, what's down there? What secrets does that road hold? I remember hearing about and reading so many stories growing up, both real and fiction, about people who set out on grand adventures, often full of wonder yet sometimes fraught with peril. Some had a purpose or reasoning behind their quest, be it some kind of self-discovery, personal or collective gain, or divine calling. However, the stories that truly captivated me and left me with a sense of awe are the ones where those adventures set out for no reason other than the simple fact that they could.
Hey everybody, we are out at the beautiful, breathtaking Abraham Lake just off Highway 11, Alberta. We're past Rocky Mountain House, tucked into mountains. It's beautiful out here. It's chilly, but beautiful. And I've been meaning to come out to Abraham Lake for quite some time. I'm part of a Crown Land camping group, Crown Land Camping Alberta. So if any of y'all are watching, hello. And yeah, first time out here, so we're gonna camp out here. There's the spot that we're at, there's nobody else here. Surprisingly, there's actually a couple of outhouses out here too. I wasn't expecting that, but that's a welcome find for sure. And yeah, it's about 12:45 in the afternoon, so we're just gonna get comfortable and take it easy, and eventually we'll cook up some food. But yeah, let's show you the area here. So as you can see, this area is massive. It could accommodate a lot of people. There's the outhouse there, which is a nice find. Always nice to have a bathroom. The way we came is back that way. And if you look and see, you can see a bunch of stones cobbled together to make fire pits as well. There's several of them all over the place here. And then we've got this beautiful, like this is an amazing view. Like I've seen so many pictures of Abraham Lake, but to actually be out here and actually see it for ourselves, like this is breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, what do you think of this place, babe? Is it worth the drive, or was it worth the drive?
It's very Snow Queen of Narnia. There's like wisps of clouds just kind of skipping over the tops of the mountains here. The snow is just kind of skipping over the waves of the lake. It's dead quiet except for the susurrus of the snow and whatever noise we make ourselves.
Yeah.
The snow is fresh, so with the exception of our tracks, everything is clean looking. So.
Yeah, the drive here was very slick. The truck did fishtail. Not like we're going to die fishtail, but minor little fishtail here and there. So if you're out driving, be careful. And yeah, there is a bit of a wind. It's not like a gross violent wind, but there's a bit of a wind. So the air out here definitely has a bit of a bite to it. So we'll definitely have to make sure that we stay warm. Funny thing though, looking back at a lot of our camps, I know we only recently started our channel. There are so many times where we don't find where we're going to camp until like nightfall. And then we can't show anybody what it looks like till the morning. But this is like one of those rare times where it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon and we found where we're going to spend the rest of the day and the rest of the night. Maybe we're actually doing it right for a change.
It's a pretty big space out here, so as Dustin likes to do, we don't eat where we ultimately sleep, so we'll be able to scoot around and find a place that's nice and secluded with not as much wind to fry up our supper, and then we can scoot somewhere else new and pristine to sleep without worrying about odors or grease or anything left over. It'll be nice.
I always like to think that driving from where you make your dinner helps to lose some of those odors. Hey, this is a pretty big area. If I did like a bunch of donuts for couple of minutes, do you think that would ward off the cooking odors from the tailgate?
You might attract a different kind of predator, the one that's only attracted to high octane.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, well, we're gonna hop in the back here and warm up. We don't want to keep the truck running too long. Jackery's full from the driving. Fridge is running.
I think both of our phones are charged all the way up too.
Yeah, they are. Surprisingly have service out here too.
That was a shocker.
Yeah, but also too, the electric blanket, that's the biggest thing that could eat through our power right now. So with the electric blanket, I would say 1-2 rounds max between now and tomorrow morning. So I would say definitely save one for bedtime if we need it. Mm-hmm. Maybe one later today. We don't want to go too crazy because we don't want to cut through our power.
Yeah.
This is a slice of heaven out here. I am so happy to be here. The view is amazing. I'm actually really enjoying the winter ambience. It's real beautiful. And just being able, I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, but just being able to listen to the lake in the background, that is beautiful. Kind of reminds me, back in summer, I camped just by Lesser Slave Lake up there, and I managed to get right by the water, and I got to listen to the tide coming in. Trying to keep the back of the truck clean, but to no avail. The snow's been coming down pretty good today. So this is the view we will get to enjoy. Look at that. We don't have any firewood or anything. I mean, we could get a fire started, but with how wet the snow is, that would be a very long and frustrating endeavor. We're just gonna take it easy, relax, just enjoy being here. Rita's already bundled up.
Maximum coziness.
The cocoon queen of Cocoon Town. I think I'm gonna do the same, actually. Well, I'm snug back here now, just underneath the big fleece blanket. I'm really happy to be out here. This is all I could think about when I was at work this week, and it's nice to just be out here. It's switching back, like I'm switching back from night shifts right now to day shifts, and that's always the hardest part. You know, it's, you're tired, you're cranky, you're just not quite with it, you know. So just being out, you know, in a beautiful place like this, just peace and quiet, you know, spending time with Rita, it's just phenomenal. And now that we've actually found a place to stay, I'm looking forward to just relaxing and just taking it easy. These are the moments. These are what it's all about in life. These are the experiences that I want to chase after for as long as I can. Well, I just woke up from a rager of a nap.
Same.
Night shift problems. It's nice to be out here relaxing. So winter camping problems. It's getting quite cold. The temperature has dropped to about -11, -12 degrees Celsius with wind. Mm-hmm. Plus we're by a massive lake, so it's probably even colder than that, what it's forecasting. So what we're gonna do, we originally were gonna break the grill out and actually grill up some steak, but from a survival standpoint, I think the best thing we can do is we do have some emergency sandwiches. It's also important that we bring some water from the truck before it completely freezes up here so that we have adequate water. And I'm also gonna bring the Jackery up here too. I think what we're gonna do with the fridge is, it's cold enough that I think the fridge can just run without being plugged in and stay, well, not run, but stay cold. I do have a couple of frozen water bottles in the fridge, so I'm just going to make sure that those are in contact with the food just to help keep that cold, just in case. And yeah, the Jackery can just come back here with us because it's not the best in very cold temperatures.
Oh, yeah. Scout's motto, always be prepared. I packed one more meal than we really needed, just in case. That wouldn't require cooking. And we have extra blankets and pillows, so honestly it's very easy to ignore how cold it is, provided you're not going outside at the moment.
Yeah, and I think I am going to move the truck a little closer to the outhouse that happens to be here, just so if we do have a bathroom emergency, we can jump out and we're literally at the outhouse. The important thing right now is staying out of the elements as much as possible and just keeping our body heat up. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's getting darker with this. This is gorgeous. I'm so glad to be out here, even with the cold. Okay, let's her up here. Okay, I just want to take a look at the fridge here. All right, so these 2 bottles are still frozen. So I'm gonna pull our sandwiches out and just ensure we've got those ready to go. What else do we got here that's kind of ready to go? We've got some pepperoni sticks as well too. So we can have those as well. We've still got some water back past the fridge as well too. So we're gonna go ahead and take these frozen bottles and just move them over here just to try and keep stuff from going bad. Bit of a risk turning the fridge off, but it's a risk I'm willing to take because it is cold. I don't think it's gonna need to be turned on here. Oh, you still having fun?
Yeah, actually, I mean, the scenery is still beautiful and it's still quiet and pristine with fresh snow out here. It's just cold.
Yeah. There's a certain satisfaction I find with winter camping. Like, yeah, it's cold and you're limited on what you can do, but there's that certain satisfaction of getting through the night. And I mean, we haven't gotten through the night yet, but getting through the night and being like, you know, I did it, you know, I did this, I saw it through. So which sandwich do you want?
I like turkey Havarti.
Okay, you have turkey Havarti, and we'll crack those open and get some food in our bellies here. And we'll just get the truck warmed up here. So yeah, if we don't survive the night, tell our story.
Make it sound more dramatic, though.
Yeah, exaggerate a little. Like, don't exaggerate a lot, but, you know, exaggerate a little at least. Like, you know, there were 10 of them surrounding us, and I took down at least 7.
They had wolves.
Well, other than the string lights on Rita's side, we're gonna just try to stay warm and get some sleep, and at first light tomorrow we will hit the road. So hopefully we can stay warm. That's the goal. Rita's got her handy little headlamp.
It's USB rechargeable, so since we have the Jackery, I'll always have a headlamp.
Good point. So
this headlamp that I got, not only did I get it because it's USB rechargeable, there's a little short charging wire in its package, but it also has a couple functions. I mean, there's your standard on and off, and you can rotate the light a little bit to where you need it, but it also has a dimming function. So, let me see. That's as dim as it goes right there. And I can go up to a floodlight. So as you can see, it looks like we have the regular light on in here, basically.
Does it have like a red light or a strobe light or anything?
That's what I was going to say next. Yeah, so turn it off and then red light function, and that can also dim and brighten.
As I mentioned before, I just finished a night shift cycle before going on this camp. Due to my screwed up sleep cycle and the long nap I'd taken before, I did wake up a few times throughout the night. I really wasn't bothered by this, as it was nice to just lay there, listen to the wind, and just enjoy the peace and quiet, just away from all the noise. If you look closely here, you can see that the Reflectix is freezing, and just a testament of just how cold it really was out here. Despite the cold temperatures outside, I was warm and content with our winter sleeping bag, our fleece blanket, our extra blankets, and the heat that had been provided by the electric blanket combined with the Jackery. At some points, I was actually too warm, so I would just flip the blanket off of myself, allow myself to cool down for a minute or two, and then go right back into cozy cocoon mode. Well, the light is up. The sunrise was at 7:55 this morning. It's now 8:26. We are in bear mountain lion territory. So I wanted to make sure that before we left that we had light up just as we're getting things to the cab and getting ready to leave. We can see what's around us. That's a pretty widespread area. So I think the game plan this morning, the roads got pretty bad over the last 24 hours. So we're gonna have to play it very safe heading back to Rocky Mountain House. So I propose that we head to Nordegg, which is a small little hamlet about 20, 30-ish minutes from here. We're going to stop and top up our fuel. We're sitting at about 3/4 of a tank.
That sounds good. Then we'll hit the road at a very slow pace. Make sure we don't fishtail or anything on our way out.
Yeah.
And then with some good luck and no accidents, we should be home maybe a little bit after noon.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see how bad the roads are. I mean, we'll take all the time we need. I mean, safety's priority, but yeah, that's key. Let's just take it easy. No rush.
And of course, as we're driving the Jackery, we'll be powering up some more, so we should be back up to 100% in a bit. How are your shoes?
My shoes are frozen solid. So I'm going to put them on for the walk to the cab, and then they're like immediately coming off, and I'll just drive in my socks.
Sounds like a plan. I think I'll do the same. Difference is I'm wearing 2 pairs of socks.
Yeah, well, there you go. Okay, let's quickly get to the cab. We'll get the Jackery, go bag, your stuff. Let's try to do everything in one trip, and then let's get out of here.
All right.
Look at that. The fog is gone. You can see the water, the land across. You can see the mountain in the background. That is beautiful.
That color of that water, like it makes my back teeth crack to think of how cold it is, but look at the color of that water.
Oh yeah. I've heard I've read people's posts about them going swimming in that water, and yeah, it's like full on mountain cold water.
Oh yeah, that's glacial water for sure.
So yeah, that was worth this whole trip just to see that. We'll have to get a couple of pictures before we go.
Oh yeah.